me get the link out there for everybody. Give me just a second.
Girls, is your room clean?
Oh, can I borrow one of your pens for a second?
Hello, I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to hop on. I had to take the link down because we had a call previous to this, so I didn't want everybody hopping on the end of that call. So I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes here.
Yeah, or different group or something.
Dude, I hope you went to school.
Doing the sugar snack piece, 5 veggies.
Okay. I figured this was one.
Everybody really fast.
Oh, Ben, come here.
Okay, make my screen big. We give them just a couple more minutes. Let's see who I've got on here. Does everybody have pen and paper? Show me your pen and paper if you have pen and paper. Yay! You actually will need a pen and paper, not a phone, because I'm going to physically have you write. Perfect. Congratulations to all of you who followed instructions. Pen and paper. Okay. Okay, we're gonna wait one more minute and then we'll get started. Did you want me to touch on that?
No, I thought maybe mention them.
Well, they're all diamond.
That's what I was saying.
This is diamond. This is for people who are consistently having success.
Well, that's not makes it figure it's been obvious.
Oh. Sorry.
No.
Okay. We'll go ahead and get started. Let me check really fast, see if anybody else is having issues before I shut it down. Okay. All right, so I'm not going to cover, like we've already had a team call this month, so I've covered our sales, right? Everybody knows what's on sale. Everybody knows that we're going to hit Success Club. I'm not going to cover any of that stuff. We had our virtual sneak peek last night. So if you have coaches or people who are thinking about coaching that are on the fence, we do have that video and we have it recorded and it's on our Luxe Republic YouTube channel. So make sure you have access to that. You can refer back to that and send the link to the recording anytime. We had Addie on it last night and it was a really good call, I think. So make sure you're sending that to people who are, you know, on the fence and kind of not really sure if coaching is for them or not. Announcements outside of that, I don't think I have anything. I'm going to just kind of dive in. Again, if you just joined, we need you to have pencil and paper or pen and paper. We're going to go over what is called buckets. Some of you may have heard of it. Some of you may have not. I had never heard of it, and I did my weekly call with Jeremy Red where he made me do this bucket thing, and it honestly really, really helped. It's a way for you to kind of organize your business and to, you know, master time management and kind of prioritize everything that you have going on. Because we all have 150 different things going on every single day. And I'm finding that's a common struggle, you know, between a lot of coaches. I'm itching. I'm like, I'm seriously like, can you give me some Zyrtec? I'm itching everywhere. I don't know what's happening. Got a fungus going on or something. It's so distracting. Anyway, so we're going to talk about time management. We're going to talk about buckets, and hopefully it kind of helps some of you prioritize things a little bit. Again, we keep hearing, you know, I don't have time for this, or I'm not having time to invite, or I'm not having time to post, and just a million different things going on. Or on the other side, there's coaches who have, you know, sorry. I don't even know what I was going to say. We're going to dig into buckets. I'm tired and itching and distracted. Thank you. Hold on a second. Thank you. Use this one. Okay. It's my magic itch pill. All right, so pen and paper. Everybody has pen and paper. I'm gonna have you draw. I wish I had I need like a book to draw it on to show everybody. Yeah, that'll work, a blank one. Okay, and I'm gonna use a marker. Okay, so this is my blank piece of paper. What if somebody said I'm allergic to something? I am allergic to the cruise. Everybody's sick. Everybody's sick. I've started with an itchy throat and nasal issue. I mean, I'm a mess. Okay, yeah, my daughter's sick. Everybody's sick from the cruise. Don't go on a cruise or an airplane at the same time. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna have you separate your paper into 5 sections. So you're gonna make 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 5 spaces. Okay, these are your 5 buckets. So at the bottom, you're gonna draw a bucket. There's my bucket. Do like a little 3D things. 5 buckets at the bottom. I don't think I did very good in art in high school. Okay, 5 lines with 5 buckets. Everyone got their buckets, okay? So fun and cheesy, isn't it? Stephanie's cracking up. I love being able to see everybody's face. Okay, show me your buckets. Okay, nice bucket. Okay, so in your buckets, is Danelle got her buckets? Okay, Danelle's got her buckets. In your buckets, oh, hold on. I want you to fill your buckets, okay? So these buckets represent things in your life that are a priority, okay? Each bucket is gonna have a name. Each bucket is gonna have a weekly time allotment. Each bucket is gonna have a color. And each bucket is gonna have 4 to 5 activities in each bucket that are going to, you know, these activities are what are going to benefit each bucket, or what actions within that bucket you're going to take. Okay, that makes sense? Okay, so I'm going to share you my buckets, and I'm just going to literally copy it from my thing. So bucket number 4 and 5, let's number them. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 buckets. Label your buckets 1 through 5. Bucket number 5, I want you guys to write Beachbody organizational. Okay? That's got to be a bucket because you're a Beachbody coach. Beachbody organizational. Beachbody organizational means managing your downline, your business. You're organizing your coaches. You're helping your coaches. Maybe you're making a team page. Maybe you're making a training website. You're doing just different organizational things for your organization. Does that make sense? Beachbody organizational. Because my internet's unstable. Can you hear me still? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm back. Okay. Beachbody, or number 4 is Beachbody personal. Okay. This is your personal business. This is the time where you are focusing on hitting Success Club. You are focusing on signing coaches. You are focusing on doing follow-ups, doing things that's going to move your business forward specifically. Okay. That's number 4. Bucket number 1, 2, and 3, you have to fill out. Bucket number 1, 2, and 3 are going to be the 3 priorities you have before Beachbody Personal and before Beachbody Organizational. I'll share an example. Okay, my bucket number 1 is called me. Okay, me. I have allotted 1 hour a day for me. That's my first bucket because if I'm not good, my family's not good, Brett's not good, my business isn't good, I'm number 1. Okay, so this hour is spent with my workout, and this is just my time allotment. You can make it 6 hours if you need your me time for 6 hours. But bucket number 1 is me, 1 hour. So that's when I'm going to do my workout. That's when I'm going to read a chapter in my personal development book. That is my me time. Anything that I can do that makes me feel better, that relieves my stress, you know, that kind of thing. Does that make sense? Okay, my bucket number 2 is family. So I have a specific time of my day cut out where my phone is put away. I am not returning messages. I am not doing Beachbody. I am with my family, whether it's running errands, grocery shopping, hanging out with my husband, one-on-one, whatever the case may be. That's bucket number 2 because that's more important than anything else, right? Bucket number 3 is admin work. So one struggle that I have as a coach is, you know, working and then taking a couple of days off, and then I come back and I have an inbox full of messages. Or I have, you know, a ton of people that I haven't followed up with in literally a year, you know, and I'm trying to like get caught up on that. So that's, for me personally in my business, that's one bucket that I need to fill. For you, it can be anything. It can be a one-on-one date with your husband. It can be, you know, getting outside. It can be anything. You have to have 3 buckets to fill of a priority in your life. Okay? Does anybody want to unmute and share what they think their 3 buckets might be? Just to give some people some ideas. Danelle, what is your 1, 2, 3?
My first one is quiet time with the Bible.
Okay.
And for me, and my workouts and taking care of my home, that's a priority.
Okay. Is that number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't decided on 3 yet.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm thinking it's going to be organizational. I want to get a sauna down. I want to be able to do that.
Organizing the business. Anybody else want to share? You can type too if you don't want to unmute. Bucket number 1, 2, and 3. Me, my family, my admin work. Kari, I'm going to unmute you because I'm calling you out.
I was like, I hope she doesn't unmute me. I was
I
actually thinking, and I don't know if this will go under me, but I have to get outside.
Yeah.
Like working from home for me, like it'll be 3 days and I haven't even stepped outside. And so this past week, I'm like, even if it's just 15 minutes around the block, I need to just get out of my office and get some sun on my skin and just get outside. So I think I'm going to put that on as number 3.
Yeah. That's perfect.
I know Gretchen's got something.
Gretchen,
She has to have something.
Danelle's calling you out, so I'm going to unmute you.
Hey.
Hi, Gretchen. I know you've got something written down. I know you're a sweet person.
Hey, Danelle. Well, you know, I put my me time because I have all of mine clumped together. So I wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I do my personal development. I do my prayer time. I do my journaling. So kind of like all my spiritual quiet reading time, I have that all lumped together.
You do that.
Just that's what works for my schedule. Nobody else is awake at that time, so that's me time. And then get Marty off to work, get the kids off to school, and do my workout and all that. So that's kind of all in the morning for me. So I consider that for me all my me time.
I love that. What's 2 and 3? What are your second and third buckets?
Marriage and family is number 2, and I put admin work for number 3. And then I have the same as you also. So building my business definitely, and managing my little mini baby downline right now.
I love it. Alyssa said me time, family, and church, in parentheses her other job. Bobby said me, family, friends, and PD, because personal development needs its own bucket. I love that. That's true. I mean, if it's like, if you struggle with getting your personal development in, that needs to be a separate bucket. Like for me time, I am outside getting sunshine, getting my workout done, so that helps. But I also need that time for personal development, or I'm not going to do it. It's not going to get done throughout my day. I can think of 150 different things all the day that I'd rather be doing than personal development. So it has to be done straight out of the gate. Okay. Anybody else want to share what their 1, 2, and 3 is, or do I need to call? Hey, that's the point. You can't have more than 5 buckets. All right. So this is the point. So you have these 5 buckets. These are the 5 most important things happening right now. So anything else outside of this is something you have to say, okay, is this going to benefit me? Is this going to benefit my family? Is this going to help me move forward in my business? Yes or no, and then it doesn't make the bucket, or it does.
Do we know how much time is in each bucket?
You decide how much time is in each bucket. So I'm going to give you an example. Okay, so somebody else said
5 hours a day.
Yeah. Somebody else said me, family time, personal development, me, family, marriage, spiritual, baby, husband, me time, workout. I think you should flip those. Me time, family, baby, husband, workout. Me, family, house, boyfriend, PD, admin. Perfect. So we're all kind of the same way. And I agree. I think first and foremost, we need to work on ourselves, because when we are good, our family's good, right? And everything else follows. The third bucket is kind of open. I think that's, there's something, and Jeremy even said this to me today, if there's something that you find yourself going back to or getting stressed out about, or something that's not getting done, that needs to be that third bucket. So think about that. Whatever you're trying to stress and fit into your day, that needs to be bucket number 3. So weekly time allotment. So you can allot any amount of time to any of these, but they need to have time, each specific one. Kari says, I'm not putting laundry on here.
Can it be daily? I wonder. That's 5 hours a day or 30. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So this is mine, and I have. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you what mine is. Okay. So me, I allotted an hour a day. I should probably make that an hour and a half or 2 after I get done with my. Yeah, it's probably more like 2. So I'm gonna write it down to 2. So my me is 2 hours a day. Okay. Me, 2 hours a day. Label your bucket, and then above it needs a time allotment. So make sure you write that in, okay? And this is all gonna come together in the end. I'm gonna tell you why we're doing this and how you're gonna implement it too, I promise. Okay, so family. In my life, me specifically, I know that family time is no matter what, from 3 in the afternoon to 8 o'clock at night when the kids go to bed. We pick them up from school to the time they go to bed. That time, I shouldn't be working, right? I should be off my phone, off my computer, playing with my kids, giving them time, and being with my husband, right? And doing family things. So for me, 3 to 8 p.m. is my family time. How many hours is that? 5 hours? Mm-hmm. So I'm giving family time 5 hours a day. What's sleep? This is Danielle. We're not going to put sleep on here. You don't need to sleep. 5 hours a day, okay? This is basically going to make up our 24 hours, I think. And I think you're going to have time left, hopefully. Okay, so 10 a.m. Okay, so my admin work, which is basically me going all the way back in my message. This is where I struggle. So my admin work is like going back in my messenger and talking to people I haven't talked to in a long time, organizing things, like in Asana, all that kind of stuff. The stuff that I find myself busy doing and I don't get other stuff done because of it, basically.
All of your messages.
All of my messages, things like that. So whatever that is for you needs to go here. In my daily time allotment, I'm getting that done before anything else, business-wise. So I'm making that my 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So from 10 in the morning to noon. Again, I have a more flexible schedule Beachbody-wise than a lot of you because I work, this is my full-time job. You have to go to a job. So some of you. So I want you to, again, based on what your buckets are, work it around your schedule. If that means you're spending 30 minutes with you, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, and then the rest of the time is family time, great, okay? If you need to do 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night, and then 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night, that's what you have to do. But I want you to schedule that time allotment. And I want you guys specifically to put in the time frame. I want you to say, from 10 o'clock at night to 10:30 at night, before I go to bed, I'm going to fit in that Beachbody admin work that I dread and that takes up so much of my time. I'm going to commit to 30 minutes a day of that, okay? That's what I want you to do. This business, sometimes, we fill these other buckets, we fill the me time, we fill up the family time, but we have to work the business. If you want success in this, there has to be buckets for Beachbody, okay? And that's what I want you guys to get the hang of. Eat that frog, that's right. Gretchen, I love that book. So my family time, again, 5 hours a day. So my admin work is from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Whatever time frame you're able to fit in that bucket number 3, fit it in, okay? If bucket number 3 is your full-time job, 8 to 5, write it in, okay? Every other bucket is gonna work around it, okay? So mine is 10, I'm gonna write, okay, so 2 hours. So 2 hours for bucket number 3, which is admin. And my family here. All right. Bucket number 4. This is where I personally spend the majority of my time because if I'm not good in my business, I can't expect my team to be good in their business, right? If I'm not hitting Success Club, I can't expect my team to hit Success Club. If I'm not inviting, I can't expect my team to invite. If I'm not, following up, if I'm not doing this, X, Y, Z, I have to be doing all these things in my own business before I can coach other people to do it. Okay, so if you are stuck, if you are one of those coaches that are stuck, I want you to really focus on bucket number 4. Okay, bucket number 4 is where you need to focus. Bucket number 4 was Beachbody Personal, your personal business. For me, specifically, again, if it's only 30 minutes a day, that's what you have to do, I understand. For me personally, and I'm sharing this also so you guys know when I actually work and maybe why I ignore messages sometimes. So bucket number 4, I work from 12 noon to 2 p.m. So from 12 to 2 is my Beachbody Personal. So that's the time that I'm spending probably continuing my messages, doing follow-ups, going to my Asana, working through that list of follow-ups, reaching out to new people, adding new friends, stalking some groups and adding some people from there. This is all my personal. It's all moving my business forward. It's my adding 10 people a day. It's those things on our personal or on our power hour. So this is basically your power hour, okay? For me, it's a little bit more than an hour. So I'm doing 12 to 2 p.m. And then I have my family time, obviously, after 2 p.m. It starts at 3. And then I'm doing from 8 to 10 p.m. So from 8 o'clock at night when the kids go to bed to 10 o'clock at night is more personal time. So I'm doing 4 hours total, okay, on Beachbody personal time, for me personally. All right? Now, make sure you're writing this down. Make sure you're writing all your little time allotments and the times, because I'm going to randomly call and ask you what you have. Nobody can leave this chat now. You're all stuck here until the call. So don't leave, because I might randomly call on you. I'll track you down. I know where you live. Okay, so bucket number 5 is Beachbody organization. This is where I personally would take the time to go work on that website I've been promising you guys for about 4 or 5 weeks now, okay? That's the time I would use to do that. Or this is the time I would use to maybe do some research on some new coach training. Or this is the time I would use to reach out to some of my diamonds or my emeralds or those pushing to diamond and see how I can help them more. That is my organizational time, okay? You again are gonna, you're like, why are you not spending so much time here? Because I have to spend my time here to move my business forward. This will follow, okay? So I am spending an hour a day in bucket number 5. Una hour, okay? This hour, I haven't decided when it'll be yet. Okay, so 1 hour in bucket number 5. 1 hour doing my organizational stuff. So that means I open up the website to work on our team page, on our team website, set my alarm, 1 hour, I'm done, okay? I do it the next day, and I move on to whatever else is next, okay? This makes sense? I want to see what somebody said something in the chat. Yeah, it is. Kari said it's crazy to look at this and think, where does all my time go? I know. So let me just tell you, okay, so at this point, I've worked on myself, I've done my personal development, I've spent a lot of time with my family. My kids are probably annoyed at me already at this point. I've done my admin work, I've done my personal things through Beachbody, and I've worked with my team, okay? So I have 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hours in my day done, okay? How many hours are typically in a day?
8 working, but you could do full 12 or 14.
So if you wake up at not 4:30, because that's just crazy, Gretchen.
7 to 7.
7 to 7 is 12, 8,
15
9.
hours. 15
So if I woke up at 7 and ended at 9, I had all this done, right? Obviously, it's going to change a little bit because I want to work different hours. I want specific time off. But that goes to show you everything you can fit in, whether you're working 8 hours here, and that kind of flows into this, or maybe you need to wake up an hour earlier. Maybe you need to wake up at 6 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. Or maybe you need to go to bed at 10 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock. I've said this before, but I know there are a lot of new people on here, but I watched a video when I first started, and it was by Scotty Hobbs, and he said that, in the beginning, he was having to sacrifice a lot, having to sacrifice time with his family and things like that, and he looked at his wife and he said, listen, I have to sacrifice right now. I have to work during nap time. I have to wake up early. I have to work while you're in bed. I have to do all these things for a short amount of time because it will pay off, and I'm working for the freedom that I'm about to have. And you guys, I can't tell you, that stuck with me since day, I literally probably watched that video in the first week as a coach, and it stuck with me. A little bit of sacrifice now, a little bit, and it's not even look at it, it's not even sacrifice, really, it's just being disciplined. But that little sacrifice, that little discipline now that you think, oh my gosh, can I really do that? Leading to the crazy potential freedom that you can have in this, it's insane. I'm not saying that everybody wants to quit their job. I'm not saying everybody wants to do Beachbody full time or anything like that. But I'm saying that, having this organized and having that extra coming in is huge. This is my organizational. Okay. So the purpose of this, so you would basically color code each one. The purpose of this is to now put it in your calendar, okay? Whether you use Outlook or your calendar on your phone. I think Outlook you can color code. I don't know that you can color code on your Google Calendar on your phone. I don't know. But basically marking out this time on your calendar. So in my calendar, I will mark out from, it'll technically be 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's my me time. Okay, 8 a.m. in the morning, because by then I've kicked the kids out, my husband's gone to drop them off, and that's when I work out, I eat my breakfast, and do my personal development, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay, so that's going in my calendar all the way across the week. So I know that if I have a doctor's appointment, or I have, I was invited to something, or, anything, I can say, okay, is this going to move my business forward or interact with my me time? Probably so I'm going to say no, okay? Same with my family time. I know that every day from 3 to 8, that's just the time where I have to disconnect. I have to shut it down for the sake of my family, right? Your husband will thank you. Your kids will thank you. You have to have that disconnect time, and you literally should probably hide your phone so that you're not stressing and not worrying about it, because I know how addicting this business can be. And if you're like me, if I bring my phone with me, I'm probably going to just sneak and be on it and see if anything's happening. You know that FOMO syndrome, fear of missing out? Have you heard of that? Not stupid. FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, and then admin. I know from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I've got it out. I know that from 12 to 2 and 8 to 10, I'm working. I know that I have another hour a day again that I don't know where I'm going to fit that in, but I'm going to fit it in. Probably from 2 to 3 in between. But I know during those times I have that. Guys, but during this time, like my 3 to 8, I'll probably go to the grocery store with my family, right? I'll probably run errands. We'll probably be together. It's just time for me to disconnect, okay? And it's time for you. Now, one thing I want to add is that, you know, of course, you know, we're going to have in the midst of this, some things happen, right? You're going to have doctor's appointments, and if you're doing scheduled things all day long, you're probably not going to have time for a doctor's appointment, and maybe you need to go to the doctor. So, like for me, I'm going to personally make Thursdays my free day. I'm going to make Thursdays because it's the first day of the Beachbody week and we're not stressing, right? I'm going to make Thursdays that day where I'm going to schedule all my appointments. If I have a doctor's appointment to make, I'm going to push to have it scheduled for Thursday. If I have something specific to do, I'm going to try to do it on Thursday, just so you can stay more scheduled throughout your day. Does this make sense? Is everyone terrified? Stephanie's terrified. No? I want to hear from some of you. Oh, your activities. Okay. I haven't filled this part out yet either. I actually talked to Jeremy today, and I don't even know what I'm going to put, honestly, so maybe you guys can brainstorm with me. But just in each box, you know, we're supposed to list 4 to 5 activities that are going to move each one forward. Now, I can instantly think of things for me, and I can probably think of things for everything else. So maybe fitting in your workout, breakfast, quiet time, you know, 30 minutes personal development, just different tasks that you're going to do, maybe getting outside, taking a, you know, 15-minute walk, or whatever the case may be to do your me time. Family, I would probably leave open because it's, you know, whatever we're in the mood for that day, right? Admin work, I'd probably put in, you know, follow-ups, things like that. Personal, I'd probably, you know, again, hold on, again, I'd probably do, you know, reaching out to people, inviting my 10 people a day, and doing my power hour and that kind of list. Your workout is not your business time. No. Your workout is your personal time because it is benefiting you personally, and that's your time. Honestly, I think that a lot of people get, I don't know, for me, it's relaxing. It allows me to disconnect, and that's what you want to do.
It enables you to be able to do this business.
Yes, enables you to be able to do this business, if you couldn't hear it enough. So yeah, that needs to be in your personal time.
Makes you better.
Yeah, and Gretchen said, I don't need 12 hours of sleep like some people. Nobody needs 12 hours of sleep. Wake up early, go to bed late. It's okay, you have time. Okay, I want to kind of open it up for discussion because I know you probably don't want to talk about it either because I know how awkward that is whenever you're put on the spot. But yeah, do you have anything you want to say about it?
No, I just got mine down like 8 to 11, me time, and then I put.
Janelle needs a lot of me time.
Yeah, 3 hours a night. And then 11 to 12, I put down, you know, my admin, and then 12 to 3, I put down, gave myself a 3-hour power hour.
I love it.
Do more. And then from 3 to 5 is all my organizationals, and then from 5 to 9 is my hubby.
That's good. I love it. Yeah.
So
from 10 p.m. on is your hubby time for me.
Yeah.
That's my hubby time. That's when the fun starts. 10 p.m.
Yeah.
But you guys, if you're like me in the beginning, Brett was like, Rena, get off your phone. Like, get off your phone. I'm here. Like, very much so, like, that was a big a lot of background. Somebody's like hauling furniture or something, it sounds like. For me, I would get my laptop and I would go sit on the couch next to Brett while he watched TV. That way I was at least there. I could interact with him. I was halfway watching TV, but I was doing no-brainer stuff. So like at 8 to 10, I'm literally just adding people, right? Or I'm doing a copy-paste message and starting conversations, something like that. But it's allowing me to be there with them and be present, but also being able to work. So I would do that. I mean, but I would wait and do anything until after your kids go to bed. That way you can have your family time. If you don't have kids in the home, it's a little bit easier, you know, to work it during the day and then have your family time at night. But I do think that if you're able to, fitting in a little bit of work at night is best, just because that's when most people are on and browsing and, you know, doing nothing but scrolling Facebook and other social media platforms. So
You and I said if you're not intentional about organizing your time,
Yeah.
you'll lose 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, and so even, you know, we had a diamond chat right before this, and a lot of things I kept hearing was, you know, that they struggle with scrolling or that they're struggling with not staying organized. This will help. You know, this way, you know, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., I'm doing admin work. I don't need to watch my messenger. You can literally mute your messenger. I need to stop my news feed, so you need to, you know, get into a sauna and literally just work, right? Literally just do those tasks that you have, those 4 to 5 tasks for that 2-hour period during your admin work. Same for your Beachbody personal, same for your Beachbody organizational.
Be intentional.
Be intentional.
That's the goal word. Be intentional.
That's right. That's right. You guys have any questions or comments or anything you want to add, or any issues or concerns or thoughts maybe about anything? Kate, are you driving and riding your buckets? Hi, Jeff. That's funny. I'm going to start calling names. I'm literally going to go through unless somebody unmutes. I want to hear from, okay, hold on. Stephanie, where does laundry and yard work and the rest of your life fit? Laundry fits in between giving your children hugs during family time.
I put mine in family.
Make your husband do your laundry.
I love it.
He's great at it. I shrink things.
I put mine in family because I'm caring for my home.
Yeah, so Danelle just said she did put hers under family because she's caring for her home. So, I mean, this is probably going to sound terrible, so don't take it this way. But I mean, that 5-hour family time, it's not like I'm going to be sitting on the floor just playing with them for 5 hours, right? Probably not. That sounds horrible, and I love my children. But it's probably not going to happen. I'm going to be doing dishes. I'm going to be running around. I'm going to, you know, be doing laundry, interacting, homework, things like that. So, you know, the life, the family stuff during family time when you're shutting it off. Unless you can multitask and do laundry while you do follow-up.
Because caring for your home is building your family.
Yeah, I agree. Anybody else have questions?
Can we combine Beachbody into one bucket?
No. 2 buckets. Alyssa?
Yes. I'm trying to figure out how to work in, you know, like a full-time job, and
I know.
luckily my job lets me be gone and working when my kids are at school, and so I can be at home when my kids are at home. Trying to figure out how to put, you know, an hour in each of those buckets in the time that I'm at home with my family, because I have two young kids. They're 3 and 9, and trying to get.
So what are your 5 buckets?
Yeah.
I have me, home, jobs, and then the 2 Beachbody.
Okay, me, home, job, Beachbody. Okay, how long are you at work? What are your hours?
I'm there from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So that's 7.
Okay, so from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. What do you do in the morning, and what time do you wake up?
I usually get up at 5, and so from 5 to 6 is kind of for me, and then from 6 to 8 is getting everybody awake and up and out the door, so that's in home.
Okay.
And then jobs from 8 to 3, and then I'm back home at 3 with my kids.
Yeah, when do you work out?
At that 5 a.m.
Okay.
Oh, dear Lord.
Sometimes at 3 p.m. when we come home from school and everybody wants to go to their own little place.
Okay. Okay, so you're taking from 5 to 6 is your me time, 6 to 8 is part of your home time. You obviously want more than that. Job, 8 to 3, that's a non-negotiable. And then,
Right.
So what time do the kids go to bed?
By the time the oldest one is in bed, it's usually about 9, which is about the time I need to go to bed, because I have to have 8 hours or I am unhealthy.
Okay. First things first, your kids need to go to bed earlier. Okay. I mean, honestly, our kids are usually at least in bed winding down, which means they're watching TV, they're playing on their phones or their iPad, they're playing games, whatever they're doing, at like 7:30 or 8. And that allows me, I know. But I mean, okay, so a lot of people, I've had this conversation before, and a lot of people are like, I don't want to feel like I'm neglecting my kids or anything like that, or I don't want to make Beachbody in front of, above my kids. And you don't have to, but those times when they are, from 3 to whatever, having their quiet time, or even if you're like
your kids wake up.
7 for school.
And for us, our school starts for my kids at 7:30, so we have to be leaving the house at like 7, so they get up at 6.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just a matter of fitting it in. Like you might have to, work from 3 to 4 while they're doing their own stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you work out in from 5 to 6, and then from 3 to 4, that's one of your Beachbody hours, and then maybe from 9 to 10, even though you want that extra hour, do 30 minutes or an hour of the Beachbody organizational. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lunchtime, if you can fit in 30 minutes of the Beachbody during your lunchtime, there you go.
You can break the power out.
Break it up. Yeah. But that's what I would do. There are so many coaches, successful coaches who work full time and have kids and, are obviously successful in Beachbody. So I know it can be done. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be probably the most stressful year of your life until you build more freedom in it. But it's worth it. It's way worth it.
Mine tends to be kind of cut up in pockets, like,
and that's
when I take a break or,
as long as mentally you're not stressed to the max and you're soaking it in, and it's like a habit, and it's, it's managed okay and organized well, I think that's fine. I think that if, you need to do 15 minutes during your lunch and then 15 minutes at 3 o'clock when the kids are playing, and then, here and there, I think that's fine, as long as it's fit in. But what I would do is schedule it, and I would do your very best to follow it. Okay? Okay.
I'm going to mute myself. I think I'm done.
She's like, I hate you. Anybody else have questions or maybe trouble like that fitting it in, or maybe that answered it and everybody's like, oh my gosh.
Some of them more organizational on the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, we have weekends, people. I didn't even think about weekends. Sundays, that's when people are like, wah, wah, I hate my life. I have to go to work on Monday. Sundays are when people are like mindlessly scrolling Facebook. Those are the days to fit in the follow-ups. That would be like 8 hours of Beachbody Personal, literally.
Make it up.
Yeah, make it up for sure. Now, in the midst of all this, I want to just reiterate the fact that you have to stay present on social media. So that doesn't mean that you only post during your Beachbody Personal time, right? You're posting consistently 3 to 5 times a day, no matter what. I don't care if your Beachbody Personal time, it somehow gets misplaced and is no longer in your day and it has to wait till the weekend. That doesn't matter. You have to be present on social media no matter what. So your posting is like, basically you need to post at one point during all of this, right? So you have 5 posts. Make sense? Yeah. Instead of hours, can our boxes be set on days? I work 12-hour shifts with 1.5-hour drive on the way, sleep only 30 minutes, I only have 3 days a week. I mean, I think you just need to do, okay. Oh, she sent that to me privately. Stephanie, I read that out loud, so I apologize. But yeah, okay. So life happens. We have a lot of nurses who work 12-hour shifts. I would love for you to be able to post during that 12-hour shift. I feel like even if you have to go to the bathroom for 5 minutes and make a post, it needs to be done. Or if you need to use Hootsuite or Facebook Schedule or something like that to schedule it to automatically post, then I think that needs to be done. But yes, if you have, you're working 3 12-hour days or whatever, 3 12-hour days, and this day needs to be Beachbody Personal, cut it in half, maybe Beachbody Organizational in the second half. I'd love for you to be able to fit in me time every single day, but I know that probably isn't possible. But yeah, you can schedule. Kari, can you unmute and say something on that? Because Kari just retired as
I love when I hear this
old retired lady.
Super excited. You just figure it out. That's really the answer. I work 12-hour shifts, and I was also finishing up my bachelor's degree during that, plus on-call shifts, every other 12-hour on-call shifts every other week. And I did use on my days that I worked, I used a scheduler. I used buffer.com. It's a lot more user-friendly than Hootsuite. I think I used Hootsuite for 6 months and then switched over. But on those shifts, I would use a scheduler to absolutely get it in. And then if you've got an hour and a half drive, I would post when you pull into the parking lot, like at that 6 o'clock mark, and then at that 6 o'clock mark before you leave. So if you work overnight shifts, do the same. Like before you close your eyes, when you lay down, and when you get up, and there's 2 posts. So if you're looking to get 3 posts in, all you have to do is either post on your lunch break or schedule that middle post out. And also on the weekends, I got a lot of my challenge group posts and my coaching opportunity posts, like my pictures made on PicMonkey, and then had it all ready to go. So I wasn't sitting in my car at 6 o'clock trying to make a coach post. It was already in there in my phone, ready to go, posted it, and then on it went.
Yeah, so during that, the 3 or 4 days that you're not working, spending, an hour a day of each of those days, maybe organizing posts and getting posts ready to save in your phone. And again, yeah, probably making up for the time that you're losing as far as follow-ups and things like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with, saying, okay, on, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to do follow-up posts or follow-ups. And then invite on the opposite days and things like that. You just have to fit it in.
Kari, didn't you say, I think I remember you saying at the Diamond Retreat that you would take 15 minutes every morning to post in your challenge groups. That was like the first thing you did, and post in your challenge groups.
I did my power hour. I did half of it before I went to work because that was easy for me to send out a couple follow-ups, post in my challenge groups, post on my team page, and then when I got off that night, I knew I had messages waiting that I could go ahead and finish those conversations as opposed to getting them started at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. And the hour and a half drive, I would be listening to personal development. Make that part of your me time. For sure. If it were, I don't know if I should even say this. If it were me, I'd probably be taking advantage of the voice memo feature on my phone and maybe do some follow-ups as well. But don't get arrested for being on your phone.
She didn't just say that.
I mean, it's super easy to be like, oh, yada, 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 yada. Done, right? Voice memo. Super easy. You're welcome. Okay. Heather said, I'm currently a single mom working 2 jobs, currently working a 20-hour day. Power hours are a must. Yes, and I know you're exhausted, and it will pay off, I promise. I promise.
Break it up into 15-minute intervals.
Break it up, Janelle says.
I think having a success partner is key in this situation for trying to figure it out. Like Kari was right. If you want to make this work, like you have to figure it out. But you're only one person. And so you can't be on this team call every other week and asking Raina and asking, just the whole Luxe Republic in general how to figure it out. You have to find that one person that gets you. And then they're going to say, hey, Kate, get your head out of your ass and get to work. And that's what you do, And then if you need somebody that doesn't say ask, then you find that person. I need that person. And I found her, and she's made all the difference. So go find somebody. And if you don't, keep asking and keep asking and keep asking.
Yeah.
Ask your husband, ask your best friend, ask your mom.
Yeah. And it's true. I think I've shared that post, that gives the breakdown of how many hours are in the week, and this much is spent on this, and this much on this, and this much on commuting back and forth to work. It's on my page, I think, if I've shared it before. But there's like 41 extra hours in the day outside of your, 40-hour work week, outside of, I think it was like 20 hours of commuting, like so many workouts, family time, all this extra time that we have that we don't think about. That included sleeping and everything. So we do have time at this point right now. If you're not fitting it in, it's because it's not a priority. And that's what I want to change. That's, we hear every single day that I want to make this work, or I'm trying to hit Success Club, or I'm talking to as many people as I can. But are you really? And are you really doing it as consistently as you should be? Probably not. And that's what I want to fix. I want to see everyone have success, like a lot of people on our team have had. But that success comes with consistency and time, right? Those people that you see that are successful, The only difference they have is that they do the good things consistently every single day, no matter what, and they've been coaching longer. So it's just a matter of you putting in the time and putting in the work and putting in the hours. And that's it. Yeah. I was not paid to say that either.
Mhm.
Anybody else? Did this help? Was this fun for you to kind of see? Yeah. I thought it was, I was like, okay, crap. Like, now I actually have to follow a schedule. You know, it was just cool for me to see these crucial things that I want done in my day. Because if I, at this point, even like right now, I don't have a set schedule. This bucket is like what I'm aspiring towards, right? This is what I want my day to look like. And so honestly, going forward, that's probably what I'm going to implement. I won't be available until 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then I won't be available again until 8 p.m. and on. And, you know, I might fall asleep at 9 o'clock at my desk and go to bed, and I might miss an hour, but I'll make it up somewhere else. And I think that's just part of it is making small sacrifices and putting in the work every single day. That way we can get to where we want to be. Because I didn't get here by, you know, skipping out on work or by not being consistent or anything like that. I got here by doing it every single day and showing up every single day. I don't know how I got here this long without having a schedule, but now that I see what one looks like, I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. So I'm excited to implement it, and I'm excited for you guys to put it into action too, and I want to hear how it goes, and I want you to put it into your phone and work around it. Okay? Last call for questions. Stephanie, do you have anything you want to say? Stephanie Dyke, nothing. Yeah, you're just looking there the whole time. You've just been like terrified.
The girl's been
Yeah.
smiling a lot too.
Danielle's back and ready to kick butt. Danelle said you're adorable. Aw. Nobody, no questions, comments, concerns. Anyone? Okay, time to put it into action. And I want you to share this with your downline. If you have coaches underneath you, share this with them. I want this to be spread throughout our team. That way we have time, you know, and even if you are, okay, so you're a diamond on this team or someone aspiring for diamond, this is going to tell your team when you're available and when you're not, right? This is going to be like a schedule for you so that your team knows, you know, from this time to this time, I'm with my family, and I'm probably not going to answer your message. And know that if a prospect messages you during your family time, they're going to be there in 3 hours when you're done with your family time, okay? They're not going anywhere. Their message isn't going to automatically delete when they change their mind. It's not going to happen. It's okay to let it sit. All right? Okay, I will let you guys go. I will post the recording, and hold on. Okay, yeah, nobody said anything. All right, I'll let you guys go. I will post the recording tonight in the Luxe Republic and in our event, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and got something from it. So can we post pics to the Luxe Republic? Absolutely. And you make people jealous when they see it and they're like, what is that? I wasn't on the team call.
Pics of these hanging up in their office.
Yes. Pics of your screenshots of your calendar and of this. I want to see all of it plastered so that people will actually pay attention to our team calls, okay? I'm like 1,700 people in the team page and 34 people are on right now. High five to you guys. I appreciate you. All right, I will let you guys go. Have a good night. Go enjoy your family time and have an amazing night. Bye, guys.